Aloha mai kako, and welcome to Inspired by Aloha, a podcast dedicated to making your day a little brighter by showcasing that inspirational people and acts of aloha surround us every day. My name is Erin.
And I'm Amy.
And I'm Shareen.
And we are so grateful that you've chosen to spend a few minutes with us as we get ready to be Inspired by Aloha.
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 Aloha, and welcome to all of you out there to our first podcast, Inspired by Aloha. Yay!
Yay! To our 3 listeners.
Thank you for joining us.
You may be wondering, what exactly is Inspired by Aloha? Well, this is an opportunity for us to showcase and spotlight Aloha through the many experiences, stories, and examples that uplift others throughout the world. So we want to build a connected community with a foundation of Aloha and inspire people to perpetuate acts of Aloha as well.
Yeah.
So we just want our community to inspire and be all that Aloha is.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us today. We're so happy that you're here. Woohoo! All right. So I guess we'll start off with intros unless we make you guess who we are. No, I guess that wouldn't work.
See us. They're not gonna.
Yeah, okay. So my name is Erin.
And I'm Amy.
And I'm Shareen.
And we are 3 longtime friends that had just decided to come together. So I'm going to turn it over to Shareen now, and she's going to tell you a little bit about how we met and how we got together.
Yes. Thanks, Erin. Yes, we've been friends for a very long time. I won't tell you the years.
Like 2 years?
I know. But
Plus
it is
33.
Oh, has it been that long?
It's been like 35 years. Yeah.
Really?
That's
I
awesome.
know.
I think I just turned 21 last year.
We were embryonic friends. Is that even a word? I don't even know.
That's a big word.
Yeah.
That is a big word.
Okay, we won't be using big words in the podcast, just so you know.
We're like fine wine. We get better with age.
Oh,
that's so
then we're
sweet.
really good.
We are really good. Well, we always have so much fun when we get together. That's why this podcast was a great idea to bring everyone together. But for us, we met each other in college. So
yeah, we actually went to college.
UH
we
Manoa,
did.
go Bows! Woohoo!
Let's go, Bows.
I loved UH. I still do.
It's amazing. It's grown so much since we've been there.
Mm-hmm.
So many more buildings and
Yeah.
things
And things.
on campus. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're freshmen, young, bushy-eyed,
Bushy-haired. Maybe bushy too.
bushy tail,
That's the Puerto Rican Hawaiian in us coming
I have
out.
bushy hair.
Oh my God, that was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. But I did have bushy eyebrows in college. Like, wait. Like, not unibrow, but something like, anyway.
I just had bushy hair.
Me
And
too.
I don't even know
Bushy
why.
hair.
And I got a perm too. No Puerto Rican should be getting a perm.
That wasn't your natural curls.
It was, and then enhanced. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Shareen had really,
I had really
wavy
the-
hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
How
Hawaiian.
funny.
Yep.
Yeah,
curly
so
hair.
we met in
Yeah.
college.
Yes. And, when you're starting out in college, you're like, it's a new experience and you're trying to find friends. And it was amazing how we all connected. We all stayed in the same dorm. We all dormed together.
That's
we actually
right.
were roommates throughout our years in
Oh, that's
UH.
right. You
Yeah.
guys were roommates. And then Shareen was my roommate. Right.
Yeah.
But you and I never roomed together.
Oh my
Amy.
gosh, we
Right.
did it. It felt like it though Erin was always over.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I love that the doors were always open and we would always go and hang out in each
Yep.
other's rooms, and
I love
that was
dorming.
great. Mm-hmm.
That was so fun.
That's where we learned that hairspray works on honeybees. Do you remember that?
Yes, and lizards.
Well, because there was this huge
Yeah.
monkey pod tree, right, on our side of the building, and I don't know how the honeybee would make it in the room. We all freak out. And I think it was Shareen who went psst, with the hairspray. We're like, oh, look,
Dual
it worked.
purpose.
And totally like shoot, made the honeybee wings stick together. And I'm sorry if you're a honeybee fan. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We were young and we didn't know better.
We didn't know
Yeah.
that they were sustainable.
Yes.
But now we know.
We don't do that anymore.
No, we don't
No,
do that anymore.
Save
We
the
love
bees.
bees.
Save the bees. But then Erin and I were able to go to Oregon. We went to a school exchange. And
Oh, that's right.
so we went there for a year.
Where
That
did
was
you go?
amazing.
What was that? That was like
Went to Oregon State.
Oregon State.
Yeah, so it was a really
was-
great experience.
That's right.
Was
I forgot
fun.
you did that.
Made me
Yeah.
appreciate Hawaii a lot more, though. I think, yeah.
For sure.
I totally miss my family. I miss the food and I miss the weather. So, but it was a nice experience to get away. But it kind of solidified. Yeah, I'm an island girl for sure. This is my home. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun. And Frosh Camp actually was where it all started. So that was fun. I don't think they do that anymore.
Yeah.
But that was an experience for sure.
Well, because we came from all different backgrounds, so
Yeah.
to meet together, it had to have been in that kind of environment, right?
Yep.
All from different parts of the island and different schools.
You folks were my first friends in college.
And you're still my friend.
Yes. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Amazing
amazing
friendships.
if you
Yeah.
think about it. It doesn't seem like it's been that long that we've known each other.
Yeah, we studied the same business and went into tourism, hospitality.
That's right.
Yeah.
Why did you guys get into hospitality? Why did you pick that major?
For me, I think it was because it encompassed all the things that I liked. Like I liked math and I liked Japanese and I liked interacting with people. And I was told by my mom that you could incorporate all of that into a hospitality job. And it was true, right? Because you can do so much in the hotels. So I think that's the reason why.
How about you, Aim?
Well, you had that really wise mom who we hope to have on our show.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Very wise.
I think for me, I was in high school and I didn't want to be a school teacher. You know, that's what everybody wanted to be. And I went on a site visit to, it was then the Westin Ilikai. And my friend and I spent the whole day there, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh, this business looks like so much fun to work in a hotel. And then, and then my parents encouraged us to go to school. So, it was go to school in Hawaii because we can't afford to send you anywhere else. And
Same.
the University of Hawaii had a travel industry program, and that's why I majored in hospitality. And it didn't involve a lot of math, unlike Shareen's favorite subject. So you know, I like algebra, people, and just sharing aloha. I felt that Hawaii was a very and still is a very, very special place.
No place like it.
Yeah, and that's why I went into TIM. Yeah. How about you, Erin?
Well, in high school, they had us take what was called a Strong Campbell test, like a career placement exam. And so my options for a career was a bus driver, a funeral director, and and hotel restaurant manager. So I was just like, okay, I'm not a great driver, so I'm like, okay, I don't think I could do the bus driver. Funeral director, I'd be crying like all the time and stuff. And so then I was like, oh, I'll do hotel and restaurants, and that's how I kind of picked my major. So yeah,
I took those tests too. I think mine said I could be a forest ranger. And I was like, wow,
I could see you doing
a
that.
forest ranger. But then there's mosquitoes, and I don't like mosquitoes, so.
So hotel restaurant management it is. Well, I love the fact that we are still in touch with each other over the years. And there's been ebbs and flows, but you know, just being able to come back together and talk with each other. And I think it was that one particular lunch that we had. It was like a 4-course meal. A 4-hour lunch, and this was towards the end of the pandemic or so, and we all just kind of came together and started talking about our experiences and, you know, what the world needed and how we wanted the world to heal and how much each of us value aloha in our lives and how much it has helped us, and that we wanted to kind of spotlight it and to kind of show people that aloha exists. We just have to open our makas and just kind of, just be aware of all the good things that are out there just as much. And I think that's how this podcast idea was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. About thinking that people needed to hear a positive message. Right? And people have so much to share.
There's so much good in the world.
Yeah.
It's where you want to focus your lens. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was just a really great idea. I think that in our lives together, we've thrown out some really great ideas that have just stayed ideas. So it's kind of fun to see this kind of come together. It's taken time, but we wanted to take time so we could do it right. So there's a lot I think we want to accomplish with our Inspired by Aloha podcast, and we hope that we'll be able to share with you just some fun topics about aloha. what that means to us, and also talk about what aloha means to the people in our world. So we hope that our guests, the guests that are out there that don't know they're going to be asked yet, but our guests will share with us, how they've been inspired by aloha through the various businesses or organizations that they're a part of, or just what they do and how they inspire others by the good that they provide to other people. So so we hope to have educators with us, business people, wellness folks, next generation. We met some really inspiring youth in the last few months that have great stories and just represent Hawaii so well moving forward. So we hope that you will be inspired by all the people that we meet and are able to share.
And I think we also invite you as listeners to let us know if there are inspiring stories or people out there that you'd like to hear from.
Yeah.
We can add them to our list of guests.
Like, even though Shareen knows everyone on this island, there are people that we still don't know. So, that would be
we would
so
invite
awesome.
Yeah. Absolutely. It exists everywhere.
It does. It does. Like, what is aloha to you, Erin?
Ooh. Aloha is pretty much the foundation of what my family values are based on. Growing up with my father, he was Hawaiian, and even though he didn't speak Olel Hawaii until much later, he definitely instilled the values of Hawaii and Hawaiian culture in our home. And so just that, to me, aloha is just that all-encompassing fabric that ties humanity together.
That's good.
That's good.
That's so good. So I think aloha for me is about connection. It's connecting to people, your family, your friends, also connecting to the aina or the land that we are on, and then protecting that land too and carrying forward and nurturing it. It's about maintaining those relationships or those connections and then sharing it forward to other people. So I think to me aloha is that, all of that, and so much more, but I think it's a lot about the connection, family, friend. Aina.
Nice.
That's good. That kind of brings that that thought of that ola no e ao, the aloha aku, aloha mai, right? That what is freely given just returns back to you in some fashion. So connection.
I love that.
Yeah, I like connection.
And reciprocity.
Ooh, that's a big word. You said we wasn't going to use big words. Yeah.
That exchange.
Yeah. That's a good
without,
one.
in Hawaii, a lot of it is giving without the expectation of receiving. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And when we do receive it, it's extra. I guess it's unexpected and it's more heartfelt as it's received.
Right.
So I
because
think
we're not expecting it.
Yeah, and that's a blessing. That's the blessing in itself. So how about you, Amy? Aloha.
I think aloha. I agree with both of you. Aloha it's an instilled family value. Even though my family, we're not the ethnically Hawaiian, but we grew up here, and my grandma used to always say, "We are Hawaiian at heart. We live here, so Hawaii is a part of us." I think in my career, when I worked in the hotels, it was wanting to share that genuine spirit of aloha with people, that Hawaii was very special, and that's what we wanted to share. But the connection piece, I think, is the deepest, and I think that's what makes Inspired by Aloha sound so much fun. Is connecting. It is connecting people to each other and back to the values of what Hawaii is about and why aloha is so special. Yeah, I think that connection is so important. I tell people, the employees that have worked for me or students today, about connection is important. That when you build relationship with somebody, that's somebody that could be a really great relationship for the rest of your life. And you never know how that connection is going to bring you back together. There was an article a long time ago about, in general in the world, there are 6 degrees of separation between people, right? Between you and somebody who knows you, there could be 6 people. But in Hawaii, they say that there's only 1 degree of separation between people because somebody's going to know you.
That's right.
And there's not a whole lot of people in between, So there's a spirit of connectedness in an island community. I think, and Hawaii is so very special.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We have to be interdependent on each other. We have to be, respectful of each other, trust each other, and I mean all of that in order to thrive in this island community.
Right. And I think today, especially coming out of a pandemic, I think today connection is so much more important. The wellness of ourselves come from, how we take care of ourselves, but also come from the relationships that we have with other people. And we live in a society that's very competitive. It can be very divisive, very independent. But Aloha is not independent. It's not divisive. It is unifying. And I think people need to hear that message.
Yep.
And that's what we hope to accomplish through our Inspired by Aloha podcast.
We're so lucky we live here.
We
We're so-
are.
we
Right?
are.
I
Yeah.
mean,
So lucky.
I know it's a cliche. Oh, lucky we live Hawaii, but
for
we
real.
really are.
Yeah,
You
even
know?
though the gas, you feel like, wow, that's half my paycheck in the gas tank. But that's okay.
That's true.
Right? Because, visitors would ask, how can you afford to live here? I said, I
cannot.
I have credit card debt. But I really don't want to live anywhere else.
Yeah.
Even our friends and family that have moved away, right? There's still a connection to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Maybe economically it's been better to live in Vegas or, in Texas or wherever they're at. But then there's still always a draw back home,
There's always that connection.
Yeah, so we are lucky. We are lucky.
It's a feeling, it's what, when people come to visit, it's how they feel, it's how we make them feel. And so they want to feel more of that because where they come from, they don't have that. And so for us to share that aloha with other people and then give a little bit of that to them as they depart on their way makes them more wanting to come back. That draw. And that's what we have. We have that draw to the island.
Yeah.
To the people.
I think that's so true. And I think also the fact that if they can be recharged here with Aloha and take it out, it can exist everywhere in the world. It's such a universal thing. And it exists in all different cultures. They just have different names for it possibly.
Right.
But it's there, and if we can spread more of that in this world, I think that would be a wonderful thing.
Oh,
One drop.
I feel so one drop. Like
like the
whole
ocean,
yeah,
the ripple.
the ripple,
Yeah.
the one drop of aloha, boom,
And then it goes out.
goes out,
Yeah.
it goes out to the world.
Okay, gang. So our assignment, and you listeners too, we got to be that drop in the world.
Yes, yes, we have to be the aloha.
Be the Aloha.
Aloha. Oh, so awesome. Well, we hope that you will share with us as we journey along and in Inspired by Aloha. And Shareen, will you tell us how they can check us out?
Sure. You can follow us on Instagram at Inspired by Aloha 808.
Yeah, very cool. Inspired by Aloha 808.
Yeah, let's be on this journey together,
Yeah,
everyone. We really look forward to working with all of you.
Oh, it's been so nice to chit chat with all of you. And thank you, our listeners of Inspired by Aloha. We look forward to seeing you in our future podcasts. Oh, virtually seeing you. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So until next time.
Malama pono.
And be inspired by Aloha. Take care, everybody. Aloha.
Aloha.